Alright, let's do some rescue. This truck should be able to do it. And first. There we go. Because if I have to jump to Alaska, right now I couldn't take those two trucks. Because they are disabled, stuck, out of gas, whatever. So the only thing I can recover are trucks that are drivable. Should move the Scout out of the way. Yep, and that one just ran out of gas. What? Now for the fun one. See if I can pull it around the telephone pole. Chevy is just trying to be difficult today. There we go. I think Chevy's mad at me because it doesn't like being in blue. Let's get the GMC out of the way. I don't have a lot of fuel, but I will have to share a little bit here and there. Alright, GMC is clear. Yeah, I believe the Fleet Star is going to do pretty good. I think it is the truck that I was missing in this challenge, at least in the beginning. Because now I don't have to figure out ways to do a mission if I have to. Like over in Alaska. 'Cause I almost ran out of stuff to do before I could jump to Russia. $34 gallons of gas. And leave you there. And Scout. Let's fix the Chevy. Not much, just to keep it running. Put a little dab of fuel in it so that these two can get back to the garage. And refracts for the Chevy. Oh, it's going to take 100. I forgot about that. I still wish you could just give it like 20 points and not have to use all of your repair points on one thing. Refract, Chevy. That's plenty to get it back. And now we go for the Kodiak. Because the Kodiak is going to need some repair points and fuel. So if I can get the engine and the transmission working on it, then I should be able to tow it back with this truck. I don't have to get it fixed up all the way, just enough to where it won't slow this truck down too much. The Fleet Star. And what I can do is take the Chevy, and the Chevy can pull the GMC back. Since the Chevy is four-wheel drive. No, 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 no. Go back over. Back on your wheels. I don't think I took any damage in that either. Oh, so you missed that part? It wasn't the problem with river crossing. I can get the GMC across all the way to the telephone pole, but then it will not go any further. It has to be pulled out from there. So what I did was I got the Scout, the International Scout here, I got it across to the telephone pole, and through a lot of wiggling around, got it to the right side of the telephone pole where that big rock is, and then got the GMC against the telephone pole, and through winching and maneuvering and all that, I got the Scout. Once it gets up on that rock, then the Scout can make it the rest of the way on its own. So the problem was just getting it up there. And like I said, that took a little bit of maneuvering. Now, I did it once earlier today, see if it could be done, and really didn't have any problems out of it at all. I was actually able to do it with the Scout and the Chevy. But this time when I tried to cross the river with the Chevy, I killed the motor. The other time I did it, I didn't kill the motor all the way. It still ran. It was like I had a quarter of the engine power left. But this time I was too slow getting across and it totally destroyed the motor. So I had to bring the GMC on across and use the GMC and the Scout together. Reach? Yes, you will. We're over here on semi-solid ground. Yeah, see, the Kodiak is a find, fix up, and it belongs to you. Stop the engine. I don't want to waste too much fuel. Come on, you're not getting stuck in this. Okay, repairs, and I want to, oh, I got to repair the wheels. So all 4 wheels are good. Gas tank's at 0. And I have 200 points. I think suspension would be the best thing, because then it at least pulls even though it doesn't start. And I don't think it really matters now, but we'll throw 40 on the engine. It has no fuel, and since the gas tank is at 0, no sense putting gas in it, it'll just leak out. Can do is refuel the Chevy. Oh, reflects down there. Come on. Too many combinations. Actually, I don't need to do that. Fleet Star has plenty, but we're going to make sure Fleet Star doesn't have an issue. For 11 gallons, I can get back with this truck, and I'm just going to take this one straight back to get it refueled or repair points. And that way, maybe, that way I can leave the garage and it's in a #1 shape. And go get upgrades. Or what I might want to do, I just thought, go back here, get the GMC and the Chevy. Let the Chevy go get the upgrade since it doesn't tip as much. Yeah, 16 gallons. And there is an upgrade over by the shop garage that the International Scout people did. That lead finger again. way too fast. Yeah, that was an idea. Problem is I didn't have enough, I didn't have a lot of money. But I could have bought it, I never just thought of that. I could have bought it and then sold it and then bought the crane. I didn't think of that. Yep. Trying to conserve fuel now. This truck should have enough fuel to get both of those back. And I think what I'll do is take a little bit of fuel. There they are. Take a little bit of fuel out of the Fleet Star and put in the Chevy to make sure the Chevy has enough gas. And if worse comes to worse, I will have, come on. I will have the International Scout back at the garage, and it can bring more fuel repair points out if it needs to. And once I get up top of the hill, I'll switch them around. Conserve fuel in the Scout. Use it when I need to. All kinds of scenarios flying around in my head. I've got 10 gallons in here too. And if need be, I can put all the gas in the Scout and send it back to get refueled if I run out of gas in this truck. Plus the Fleet Star will be heading back this way too. And was it that way? I've forgotten. Yep, that way. We'll get you a little closer. Yeah, it's a harder start than the other one. But yeah, in the end, I think it'll be much better. The other maps will be a little bit easier. I have 2 extra trucks. Plus, I will pick up an upgrade for the GM's or for the Kodiak. Oh, I went the wrong way. Dang it. Missed my turn. space between those two. Did I miss my turn? Oh yeah, I did. I'm supposed to go this way. And I'm down to 7 gallons of gas. So I definitely don't have enough to make it all the way back. But I will make it, I will go as far as I can. And then we'll start splitting gas. I was thinking there wasn't one of these upgrades for the Kodiak. It might be the suspension upgrade. And I think that is the one over by the garage. If I'm not mistaken, which I can be. But I'm thinking there is an upgrade for Kodiak. Okay, make sure I'm heading the right way. Alright, orange truck in the front. That's what I needed to see. Nope, it's the engine on the island and river. Oh, okay. I do remember seeing an upgrade for the Kodiak over here. Just couldn't remember which one it was. So that will give me a little extra money to play with. And might even give me enough money to get the autonomous winch for the Chevy. Come on, baby, a little further. I'm not going to do it, are you? Scout still has 7 gallons, so I'm going to have to go get more fuel. This truck right now is in a bad spot. Can't really get around it. This one's very low on fuel too. With engine damage. I guess I did damage it when it flipped over. Either that or running into the back of the GMC. That would probably cause engine damage. This is where it kind of sucks not being able to buy a trailer. Because if I had a Scout fuel carrier, none of this would be an issue. $5 gallons. And I really can't take it out of all-wheel drive because then it just won't run. I won't be able to get up through here. But I believe I'm pretty close. There's my garage. 4 gallons. And I didn't think I should have got the gas out of the GMC. Make sure that I had enough. I ran out of gas in a scout vehicle once, and I had to pull it about 200 yards off of trees using the autonomous winch to get it to where I could get fuel in it. Luckily I had a lot of trees around. Oh, made it with no problem. 3 gallons of spare. Alright, let's go get the GMC. Climb the hill. It'd be so much easier if I could just drive through the area that's got the watchtower. I've actually grown quite fond of the International Scout. I still think it tips way too easy, but since I've been doing this, I've been using it a lot more. And I can see it's much more than a rolling fuel tank. So now's about the time I tip it over. Oh, the engine for the C70. Okay. Almost there. I think I will need 2 watchtowers in order to hit level 2. And I can also discover I've got 2 more trailers I can discover at 60 more points. Crap. Wrong way. Walking and driving. Better look at the map. Okay, I know where I'm at now. Got disoriented. The darkness will do that to you. Usually I have a fairly decent sense of direction. It's one time though in the military that I did get lost. Could not figure out how I got lost so bad. Because I taught land navigation. I can navigate in the woods. Just give me a map and I can find out where I'm at and how to get to where I want to go. But I got lost one time and just could not figure it out until I actually got back and realized that the map that I was given was for the wrong area. So not real happy about that. But it's really weird because some of the landmarks did match up. And that's what confused me so much. Some of the landmarks matched up and some didn't. Alright, should be right up here. There it is. Turned around while I have some trees in the area. Put some go-go juice in here. Actually need to put the fuel in it. Let's try this again. Frack, and that should do it. And let's let this truck leave for a bit. Dig it in there. I think once I get up top here, the GMC will be okay. Yeah. Diff locks, I like that. And it's not something you have to turn on and off. I really like that. I don't know if you can still damage them, even though they're always on. I can't remember. Might be worth a try sometime. I assume you could. You're on blacktop. But the real lifesaver about this vehicle is you can get the roof rack immediately. Chevy, it takes so long to get up there to get that roof rack that pretty much if you're doing a regular playthrough with the Chevy, you've got to pull the fuel tanker behind you. And I don't think that the roof rack affects this vehicle that much. Yeah, you put the full roof rack on the Chevy and it's just, it doesn't want to go after that. But on this vehicle, with or without it, it runs good. I don't see a lot of change in its performance. Now, there's going to be a little bit of a change, but not like the Chevy. Which I haven't run that, the full roof rack for a while on the Chevy, so I don't know if they fixed that, or even it's something they intended to fix. Maybe it wasn't even broken. Maybe that's the way it's supposed to be. Problem with this right now is Scout is so small and the GMC is so big, it's taking forever. I wonder if I could swap them out. Get up here to a wide spot and I'll try it. Get up here, cut them loose, and I'll see if I can get the GMC back on its own. That's what I'd like to do, and leave this one here with a little bit of fuel in it. You see, other trucks need some fuel. Oh yeah. So far so good, but we do have to go through the muddy area down here. And I think there are enough winch points that it could pull me through. Just needed the one. Okay, so now Fleet Star. Let's get these two vehicles back. Yeah, Fleet Star's got plenty of fuel. Just need to figure out if it has enough muscle, which it has enough muscle to pull this truck, but getting that muscle to the road. These tires are not very good. Well, they're not good at all. But with the tires fixed on the GMC and the suspension fixed, it should make it easier to pull. And it's still not that easy. Come on, kick it in. I want high gear. Right now, that is a pipe dream till much later in this playthrough. I realized I will probably be finished with the Yukon before I ever get the SnowRunner gears for these vehicles, because that's on the 4th map. Here in Michigan. So that's going to be kind of a pain in the butt. But it all depends on how fast I level up. And I think I will level up in the Yukon Valley pretty fast. So I may have either completed the Yukon Valley or be very close to completing it before I ever move to the, well, I should, before I ever move to the map to Drummond Island. I don't know, it's kind of weird to see how this is going to play out. The beast. Yeah, I know you're out of gas. Got no fuel tank. That's right road. Yep, shoot right on it. Shoot straight through it. Yeah, I think so too. Finish Michigan faster. That's what I'm hoping. Yeah, almost did it again. Wrong way. Because the Yukon Valley, it pays a lot in XP, so you shouldn't be on Yukon Valley very long before you jump back out again. You know, just a few missions and you're out. Same way with Kola Peninsula, because it pays pretty good. So it may balance it out. I don't know. We would just have to find out. Back on the road. Oh, she only did one. Yeah, only do one in Lake Cove to level up in the lower levels. But once you start getting up into level 15s and 16s, it takes more to level up. So that's going to be the interesting part. Crap. I knew as soon as I got to here, I knew I went the wrong way. I was thinking about leveling up and not paying attention where I was going. My sense of direction is letting me down. Guess I could have went that way, but I think it'd be a little bit harder. Have a big hill to climb. Alright, let's try this again. I know what the problem is. I'm overheated right now. It's too hot in the house. So when I get here to the road, I'm going to fix that problem, and I'm going to take the sweatshirt off. Well, if I don't knock everything over. Sorry about that. When I stood up, I dropped the headset. Alright, good to go now. Okay, so when I drop the headset, the volume. There we go. When I dropped the headset, the volume turned itself off. So, can y'all still hear me? Or did I break something? Okay, good. Hate to break my new headsets. It's set. Alright. I think it's going to need some help through there. So I think what I need to do is go back and fix the engine and the running gears on the Kodiak to help the Fleet Star get it through. And I'm not that far away. With a whole boatload of repair points. Scout is earning its money today. My generator's not. Broke out some of my winter stuff, like my generator, and making sure everything was good to go, and my generator will not start. It's 5 years old. I really haven't used it that much. I used it for one project for 3 days. We were building something and we didn't have any power there, so I brought my generator over. But other than those 3 days running it, probably 25 hours. The generator doesn't have maybe 10 additional hours on top of it, and it's 5 years old. But when I put it in the garage, I put a bunch of stuff up locking it, so I really didn't get it out this summer. And I think I'm going to have to pull the carburetor off and clean out some gunky. Which will be my project for tomorrow. About 5 years ago, I lost power 4 times in 1 week. And one time the power was out for about a day and a half. So I went out and bought the generator, and I've never lost power since. So my wife was telling me that it was a waste of money. So to nope, it is prevention. You never know when you're going to need it. Alright, so uh, 121 there. The gearbox would be 180. So I can fix those two up, and still nothing for the gas tank. Or I could do the gas tank. That needs 121. I have 250. And then put the rest on this. Yeah, I just had to figure the puzzle out. Kodiak. 11 gallons should get it back. And oh, you got plenty of gas. Alright, so I'm going to save the rest of this gas in case the Chevy needs it, or if I need to go get Chevy. Alright, let's start out of the mud a little bit, and then we'll see what the GMC can do now, or the Kodiak, now that it's helping. that's a good sign. Slacken the rope. Yeah, I think that's much better. There's the warehouse. I do have a trailer sitting there, but I'm not going to sell it because I'm going to use it. I'm going to need it for missions. And I like that trailer. I don't like backing it up, but it pulls very well. Now, I did think of one thing. When I get back here, in order to open up the rest of the map, I'm going to have to go back across the river. But I think between, let's see, that'll be level 7. And I should be able to get better tires for this and the BM17. And I think I'll be okay. But what's really going to be a pain in the butt is getting that construction rig trailer across the river. I may have to find an alternate route, because I will not have, well, I may make enough money by then to buy the P12, but I won't have the P16 to help me out.